Hello and welcome back, everyone. Happy Halloween, whatever holidays you celebrate, or if you don't, welcome back to Thursday night here at Heroes and Hooligan. I'm your DM for tonight, Don, for episode 6 of The Redeeming Corruption, The Goblin Captive. Before we get into it, Shen, do you want to catch our chat up to speed on what happened last week?
Yes, last week we were able to hand the dragon off to the kobolds, and we while we were waiting in the stinky room, Silwyn distracted goblins with mirror illusion, and then the party was able to start investigating. Peg, and Huli hung back to lock doors, to brace doors closed so that we wouldn't get attacked on two fronts. Let's see. The rest of the party, they pressed on and killed many, many goblins. Al and Peg were able to catch up. Jaro found the prisoners, and Silwyn and Al were able to free the prisoners. We cleared about half the dungeon, and that's about where we were.
Yeah. So I believe we ended...
and we dropped the dragon back off on the other side of the temple.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys did take Calcrix back to the kobolds, and then came back, and you used some climbing pythons to wedge the door shut into the area you guys weren't investigating when discovered by some goblins on the eastern half of the dungeon. And you guys kept fighting and pursuing them as more and more kept revealing themselves until you dealt with them. Jaro, Atlas, and Peg are in the goblin blockade at the goblin gate. You guys are looking over like a broken wall, and you see like a area of hallway that has been like broken up and had like caltrops thrown across, so it would be very slow to try and cross that area, and you see a door at the other end. Meanwhile, Thea had just picked the lock to the cage of the gnome. The kobolds had been given weapons, and they went off to try and find a fight to get into, since they were told they should help to fight for their freedom. And yeah, that's where we're picking up, as the gnome kind of gets out and he kind of cracks his neck and cracks his knuckles. Oh, God, it's been like 2 months in there. Ugh, feels good to be able to move. Thanks for the help, guys.
Not a problem. What found you... How'd you get here?
Oh, well, I was kind of on like a pilgrimage for the gods. They told me to come here and cleanse the corruption here. Wish they had given me more warning about what would be here. And unfortunately, I was not able to defeat the goblins on my own. So I've been their prisoner for the last month or so.
Well, I'm glad that you're free now, and perhaps it sounds like your mission from the gods falls in line with our own of... Well, we're trying to save some people who have wandered in here, or at least find them. So perhaps you could travel along deeper into the temple with us.
I mean, if you'll have me, it's the least I could do for you guys getting me out of there.
Yes. Now, a mission for the gods. Are you a holy man of some sort?
Yeah, I don't really have a specific god. I kind of haven't gotten that far yet. But the gods have blessed me, kept me healthy. Yeah, for now, I don't know. The different gods, they do different things. This guy, Thea, with a 12 insight, he looks dirty, probably a little underfed, but relatively healthy, capable. He's wearing a suit of plate mail. He doesn't have any weapons on him or a shield, but he was still, they didn't like leave him naked or anything like that. And he doesn't seem to be lying. He looks a little frazzled, like someone who hasn't had someone to talk to in a month. But other than that, like, he seems straightforward and honest and trustworthy.
As long as he's not giving Jack
Right,
the
well,
Ripper vibes.
Yeah, no,
Right,
nothing
well,
like that.
If you'd like to aid us in return, as you said, some of us have some quite serious injuries that could use patching up. If that's within your skill set.
Definitely. Do they give him that? They totally probably don't. Oh, beautiful. Who needs it? I can heal 3 of you, but then I can't really do much, especially without like a mace or shield or something.
Right.
But
well,
I'd
let's,
be
why
happy
don't
to
we go
patch
check
up
in with
anyone that needs.
Why don't we go check in with anyone who needs? There's more of us. Oh, Jaro, you've come in.
Yeah. As I come in through the door,
How you look?
I need
Jaro?
like 5, 10, 15, like an hour. Or just need to sit down, and I think I'll be okay.
Right,
Goblins
well,
are so fast, guys.
Peg, were you coming over too? I know your token doesn't like to listen to you. You're muted, Peg.
Yeah, Peg will come over.
Okay,
Since
I figured
we,
as much. Yeah, we'll say Atlas walked over too.
I'm sorry, your name, friend. We never asked.
Oh, I am Erky Timbers. Nice to meet you, friend. And he holds out a kind of dirty hand, but...
If it's no offense, I'll wait until you've had a chance to wash up. Don't know what those goblins could have left on your hands.
Fair enough, fair enough. I will have to...
Sylvan
touch
Amberleaf,
it.
though, as a...
Nice to meet you, so
Pleasure
I
to
will
meet
have to
you.
touch anyone I'm patching up, though. Just as a warning.
Sylvan reconsiders whether she needs healing for a second, and then looks down at the massive gaping wounds in her side. Maybe just a small dose of aid. The rest should help as well. I don't know if I'm more worn out or injured, but it's close either way.
Sure, he will give you... Ooh, not a bad roll.
That ain't bad.
He will give you 7 points of healing as he touches you and utters a prayer to the gods and casts Cure Wounds on you. You can do it 2 more
All right,
times
beautiful.
today. Did anyone else need patching up or anything? I know the fella in the corner said he needed a while to rest.
Do we have time as a party to commit to?
I think we could take an hour or so. It seems, with Peg and Thea's efforts in sealing off this area, I think we should be okay as long as we have someone there to keep watch for the doors being broken down.
Plus, we only got one way in. We should be mostly safe, right?
Well, 3 ways in, really, if they break down doors.
I mean, in here.
Oh, into here, yes, 1 way.
I'm
Although
double
that
checking
does
his
give you-
HP, but I would assume Atlas has no problem going and keeping watch.
Oh, are we puppeting Atlas this session?
I'm probably not going to use any of his resources because I don't want to put him in any kind of like iffy area.
Yeah.
But he'll be. You guys are in the middle of the dungeon.
Whoa,
I'll keep
whoa,
him
we
moving
will.
with you.
If my calculations are correct, and they always are, we get all of our resources back.
After
Burn them
today.
all. Burn them all.
That's fair. If he has any left, I feel like he used a couple things. No, he did not. Okay.
He should be out of lay on hands because he burned that on Syl.
And I think himself.
I was gonna
And
say
himself.
it's possible. It's possible.
I think that's the only thing he
No,
used.
I'll say I know for a fact he's out of lay on hands because I
Yeah.
begged for it during last session, and he was like,
Yeah,
"I'm
no.
out."
He's healthy enough that he can go keep watch in like the connecting room where Silwyn came through originally.
the storage room.
Yeah. He'll go over there and take his short rest over there. He is a little injured, but not
Okay.
majorly.
Cool.
But yeah, the rest of you are free to take an hour and take a short rest in here if you'd like. Anything you get resources you get back on a short rest. Spend hit dice. You don't have a bard, so there's no song of rest.
So
Yeah.
Dom,
Can I go at the start of our short rest? Can I go search that storage room to see if I can like scrape together the components for another find familiar?
Sure. Give me an investigation check.
I'd love to.
And what's up,
I'd
Randy?
absolutely love to.
I don't know where I would have spent my hit die since we leveled up, so I believe I forgot to take my hit die back up.
Bro.
Probably.
I don't
That's
remember spending them, but I would like
that's
to
a
spend
natural
all 3 of my
2.
hit die.
That's a natural 2 for a 10 on the investigation.
Okay. So you do not find any incense in here, unfortunately. As you start going through what you find, we're scrolling the wrong way. You find a bunch of water, wine, and some food. None of it seems very good, like good quality, like it's not going to make you sick or anything. But you do find 5 pints of oil and 2 small barrels. Do you speak Goblin?
I do not.
You do not. So there's some Goblin writing on 2 small barrels. And there's 5 pints of oil, but unfortunately you do not find any incense or charcoal.
Sill's gonna grab the oil and then try to pick up the barrels to carry over to Thea for identification.
They're not crazy heavy.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, you guys get your short rest. Erky he doesn't really sit. He spends a lot of time like stretching. He walks up to goes and picks up like one of the short swords or scimitars off one of the goblins.
How do I spend hit dice?
You just click hit dice and it rolls, and then you down the arrow.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you got to subtract from yourself.
Yeah.
It feels good though.
And while you guys are spending hit dice, and at some point during the hour, Erky kind of looks around. So, what brings you guys down here? I know you said you were trying to go deeper or something. Is that looking for that Twilight Grove or whatever the goblins talk about?
I don't think we've heard about a Twilight Grove, but there are some folks believed to be lost in here that we're looking for.
Oh yeah, I think I remember the goblins saying something about that. They caught 3 people or something. They were captives in there for a little while. What were their names? Crap. Was it Sir Bradford and Sharwin? What was the other guy's name? Was it Talgan? Goblins only kept him in there about a week before they got rid of him. I guess their weird buddy down in the grove wanted him. It's the last I heard about it.
Sounds like we need to make haste to the grove, guys.
That sounds like one person is missing because Talgan and Sharwin and Sir Bradford, yes, but there's supposed to be another one, Caracas.
I mean, it's possible he didn't make it through the initial fight with the goblins. Like if they had the 3 of them captured, but I only know about the 3.
That's fair, just for our information's sake, because it's 4 of them by my recollection.
Yeah. No, you're right. Erky just has only heard of 3 of them. Only met 3
Yeah,
of them.
that's what she's saying to him. Like,
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you'd have to get through. I think that's where the goblin like leader is in the area down to the grove. They have some kind of deal with some evil spellcaster down there named Bellic. Something about a magic garden and fruit.
what did you call this grove again?
I'm not really sure. The goblins used to call it the Twilight Grove.
Interesting. And I assume you haven't been down there since you've been up here this whole time.
No. I haven't been down there, but I guess I've heard a few things. Let me think here. The goblins talk about it. Bellic, he's some kind of evil spellcaster. They talk about him tending the garden and harvesting fruit from something. It was some weird name, Golthias tree, but they don't. When they say it, they seem like they're scared or something. It seems like during midsummer, the fruit has some kind of healing properties, but the pale one that comes out during midwinter steals health from people. I don't know why, but Bellic seems to let the goblins sell the fruit up on the surface.
It's curious to me, in a near mythological way, you know. Summer, the time of life, the apples give life, or the fruit gives life, and in winter, when all is dying, it steals it.
I don't know. I know he does some really messed up things with plants. I know there's these like little twigs that poke holes in things. They're real nasty. But they're also not like just normal trees. It's like he corrupts everything. Like there's a blight on the land or something.
Do we have an evil druid in the grove?
It could quite possibly be so.
Alright, so what's the plan?
I mean, the fact that no one's really bothered us means I assume you guys took care of most of the people out here. The other goblins don't really like leaving. I think they call it Goblinville, that main area where they stay. And just beyond that is where their goblin chief and his elite guard are. They tend to guard. I think that they talked about that being the entrance to the grove.
So sounds like we're headed to Goblinville.
Alrighty then.
Are you hungry, Erky?
I mean, it's been weeks since I had real food. If you have anything, I'd certainly appreciate it.
Oh, there's a bunch of food in the storage room up just 2 rooms away.
Sounds good.
take-
Yeah, I can grab something on our way if you guys want. We don't have to wait on me. Are you guys all patched up? And
I figured this conversation was happening during the rest, so I'd get him fed.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so if you want to head off and get him some food, he's totally down to eat some less than great fare food, but it's basically what they've been feeding him. It's not like they've completely starved him. He's just been getting goblin food.
Yeah. Thea, you might appreciate some of your berries.
I
So
didn't
I wonder if
pick-
fresh fruit would be a shock to the system, though.
I don't really have any berries currently anyways.
Oh, well, no need. In that case, we aren't making problems for ourselves, I suppose.
Well, I know the goblin food probably isn't what you enjoy, but when we settle down for in a place where we're safe enough to settle down and have a meal, I'm willing to share some soup with you.
Oh, that'd be great. But yeah, if you guys are trying to save people, I don't, like I said, I don't want to hold you guys back. I want to help.
Yeah. I mean, whenever we get a chance, when we're in a safe enough spot for all of us on the way to save these people, to rest up and grab something, to eat and so on, we can have some soup.
Thea, by the way, what do these barrels say?
The barrels say elf pudding.
That's what they say.
Eee.
Can I make a history check or something? Figure out what the fuck. I'm just gonna ask Thea actually. And what precisely is elf pudding?
I am on the opposite spectrum of this species scale than an elf, so I have no idea. Pudding made from elves? Pudding made by elves?
Well, let's put it this way. I know it's not a term for pudding made by elves.
Maybe it's pudding made of elves.
Don, I don't like that roll you just made.
D&D modules don't like explaining what things are a lot of the time, so we're gonna 50-50 it.
How about this? I will open the barrel and take a bite.
Okay. I imagine it's probably kind of irony. Not something necessarily a
I have
bugbear.
the canon answer if you want it, Don.
Oh, you do. Is it the way I was
Yeah.
going?
It's elves compacted so
Okay,
heavily
yeah.
that they become.
Yeah. So when you take a bite, there's a solid like iron. I imagine that Thea doesn't eat stuff like this all the time anymore, so it may be a shock at first, although as a bugbear, I'm sure you've had it before. But yeah,
Mostly she eats a plant-based diet. The rats are just the exception because being married to Peg, who doesn't eat plant-based. So
Yeah.
If it tastes like meaty and irony, she's immediately gonna spit it out.
Yeah. I imagine like flashbacks to like when you were a little kid, like living with a bunch of bugbears, right? And ate whatever came across, whether it was intelligent or not. And you can put two and two together that this elf pudding is indeed not pudding made by elves.
I'll just say that it's not something that we want to have for Yule Miss dinner. How about that? I don't recommend eating that unless
Is it made of elves?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I need to rinse my mouth out with something not this very quickly.
Syl's face goes like stone for a second. Right. And she's gonna walk over and start trying to pull the python out of the ground on the westmost door here.
Oh, okay. The one
She said the door's open toward us. Yeah, straight ahead.
Yeah. Okay. And Thea, you definitely have like a water skin. You can definitely clean it out of your mouth. Like you didn't like take a huge bite or anything. You
No, I don't even think she swallowed. I feel like it was one of
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
swish around the mouth sort of thing, just a little taste, not like
Yeah,
a
like
huge
maybe like dipped a finger and like licked your tongue and was like, "Yep, that's
Yeah.
iron. That's definitely blood. Don't eat that." Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that why Peg wants a divorce? Thea doesn't swallow.
I mean, I'm not sure Peg has swallowable we didn't get into the goblin logistics, but we just know that it happens. That's it. It happens.
So yeah, toward the end of the hour, Sowen walks out. Atlas kind of follows you and isn't letting you too far away, so you're not completely alone doing that. But you guys can hear Sowen starting to pull Pythons out. Yeah, I assume people followed as well and didn't just let her walk off on her own.
Yeah, no, I definitely would have followed the mischievous one.
And yeah, anything specific anyone want to do during that short rest, definitely like feel free to speak up. We by no means had a full hour's worth of conversation, so if other people had other questions, definitely can jump in that.
I would like to find, while we're in this hour time, the body of our little kobold friend.
Okay.
I would like to ritually cast gentle repose on him, hearing that there is a evil, what we could assume to be druid, doing not so nice things. I don't want him to become an undead pup sorts.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So you go in there, and Meepo is a frozen statue. It would be very hard to make him a undead of any kind, but you'd rather not see a frozen undead for sure. So you go ahead and cast gentle repose to make sure Meepo doesn't come back to haunt you later.
Yeah, and also during that time, I think she would take the time to drag off all the goblin bodies and drop them in the room with the fire pit up there. If it'll ping.
The stink room?
No, away from where we're headed. Because up here.
Oh, the little guard barracks that these guys came out of. Sure, we can.
Yeah. So there's a fire pit in there. There's a fire pit.
Yeah.
And like it looks like some bedding, and any of the goblin bedding we've come across has been greasy and kind of, disgusting. So her assumption is it would make a good tinder source, and she'll use the campfire there to sort of do a Riders of Rohan goblin body burning pile.
Cremation, yeah, for sure. It does not smell good. Again, Thea might not be that bothered, but there definitely starts to be that nasty smell as goblins start to burn in there.
Yeah, I just wanted. That's why I did it like kind of away from where we're going and everything sort of is.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so Wynn pulls out the Python from this westernmost door. What are the rest of you doing? What do you guys want to do from here?
Like I said, Silwyn's gone silent and is getting ready to go genocide.
I will also burn the barrels of elf pudding. Yeah, nice. I'll make sure those are a thing that gets disposed of.
Yeah, no.
By no means does Althea like Silwyn, but also it's just a thing that
eating people isn't right regardless.
It's a common sort of courtesy mindset here, like
your people don't deserve to be food.
Yeah.
At least not for other people. If a dragon wants to eat them, like maybe. So yeah. So when silent, Atlas is kind of doing a little like spear kata getting ready.
I think if we're preparing to funnel them, then that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah,
I'm ready whenever everybody else is.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for you guys.
we're all ready. I think.
Okay.
I will.
Unless Peg has-
Can I preemptively cast an AOE?
You could ready an action to cast.
I
when
was
the
gonna
door
s-
opens.
I was gonna say, yeah, you can ready it. I ran into this Sunday. I'm not the biggest fan of the way surprise works in 5e. So what I usually do is in a situation like this, I would let you guys essentially open the door and everyone can take their turn. And then we would jump into the initiative, and that whatever you guys ready, right? AoE or whatever that you throw through the door would be that surprise round. Does that make sense? Rather than rolling initiative, jumping in, and everyone's like, "Oh, what are we doing?"
Yeah, I gotcha.
So if you guys would like to, someone can throw open the door, and you guys can get one round of doing things before the goblos get a reaction. But as you throw open the door, you see 4 armed goblins standing about 10 feet apart, holding a rough line and cowering off in one of the corners. You see about 12 goblin commoners that don't seem to have any kind of weapon or be doing anything. They are just cowering over there. What would you all like to do?
I'll wait for other people to act as I throw the door open. Y'all can go first.
I'd like to move into a position so as soon as this door kicks open, I can, let that one thing happen.
Okay. Is that one thing Eldritch Blast?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I ain't healing people, so I ain't using spell slots. I don't like that. Tell it to go away.
I'm just getting ahead of myself so that I don't have to super slow us after this surprise round. Oh, you could have made your attack. You didn't need initiative right away.
Well, I ain't get it set up.
But we'll assume you're shooting the one straight ahead.
Yeah. I didn't know if anybody else was doing anything.
By the way, I misspoke. There are 3 more goblins keeping a line like 5 feet behind those. There's 7 of them there.
How will we ever
Oh,
recover?
beautiful.
Just so you guys.
So
may have heard
25?
commotion. 25 definitely hits.
Okay, coolio.
Cool. So go for your damage. 5. Okay.
I rolled a 1. Come on.
So that guy takes that. Thea, Peg, you guys got anything? Atlas doesn't really have range, so he might like walk up a little bit for the surprise round, but he's not gonna like go and
Burst into
attack.
the- Yeah. After I shoot my Eldritch Blast, I'm gonna move back a little bit as well.
Okay.
All right. Are we? So we're allowed to move during this surprise round?
Yeah, I'm giving you guys your full round of economy there.
Gotcha.
So like opening door because it wasn't locked and you had already removed the python would just be your object interaction.
Oh, this man's moving
Okay.
in.
Then I will move down to here and
Okay.
cast color spray.
Okay.
I should
That's a
hit
cone,
the
right?
4 goblins. 15-foot cone. I should hit the 4 goblins right above me.
Okay.
I measured it out.
Okay, cool. So we will give you what kind of saves?
It is it's hit point total. So I need to roll 60-10 for you.
Okay, yeah, and it blinds them, right?
Yep. 36 hit points.
So all 4 of those are blinded. You hear them all. Who turned out the lights? What's going? I mean, you guys might not. Thea understands it.
There we go. All right.
Oh,
Down by me are blind. Get in here and wipe them out.
Thea, Peg, what you got for your surprise round?
I think. Is Peg going to go through the door, Shen?
Peg was going to, let's see, 10-foot radius each creature. She was gonna, yeah, I think she was gonna go through the door
Okay.
and I don't know if this is a bad idea. She was gonna cast Shatter.
Okay. Where did you want to target it? Because that's is it 15-foot radius?
Let's see, 10-foot radius.
Okay. So
So right in the,
You could catch the 3 at the top and 1 more if you wanted to hit the
Yeah.
ones that aren't blinded.
yeah, if you set it like on this gobbo, you could hit the top 5.
Yeah, that seems like a good spot.
Okay. So we're gonna give you what is that? 5 con saves, right?
Yep.
Yes,
Okay.
these are con 14.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. These have +0 to them. So 3 of them
Jesus.
pass and take half damage. 1 of them fails, but they all take
You need
damage.
to
So
roll
go.
one more. You need to roll
Oh.
one more because it's 5 of them.
You're right. 2 fail. So you can go ahead
and they
and
take
Yep.
3d8s. Okay, oops. Hello, don't close that. Okay, let's just close. Oh, what? Oh, well, that won't close. Okay, so I'll just roll it since I can't get past this thing.
Yeah,
I'll roll it a
that's fine.
different way.
Yeah, it's fine.
3d8s. Okay, so it's slash R 3d8.
Nice.
Go.
Okay.
And then what is that? A plus what on it? Since I couldn't
No
get it to do it
bonus.
from the sheet.
Yeah,
Pretty
there
good.
isn't
Okay,
one.
no bonus. Okay.
So boom.
What's
Boom.
this thing? Cancel. There we go.
Boom. And these guys are dead. These are the 2 that failed. Okay, and Erky's going to walk up and he's going to Sacred Flame one of the remaining 2 up top that's standing. 12 plus. Okay, so it's an 11. I swear, Erky, if you have less than an 11 DC. DC 12. Okay.
He has a 12.
Yep.
Yeah, he has a 12 because he gave me 2 hit points in addition to his die roll.
Yep. Didn't need to roll, so this guy's gonna be down 2. And now, Peg, did you roll initiative?
Oh,
I can add you and get it in there.
Let me get you mine.
Oh, I thought yours was in there. No, that's Atlas.
No, I didn't roll yet. I got it though.
Okay. Cool.
Jesus.
all right. I'll do it that away.
Yeah, I was gonna say if
rolling-
you want to just
Keep
roll.
rolling really bad at the things I'm supposed to be good at. Actually, just enjoy tonight. Out of the 5 dice I've rolled, only one of them has not been a 1 or a 2.
16
have-
for
wait,
initiative.
Okay.
My colors.
Cool.
My colors. Good.
So now we are gonna put this in descending order, and we have our actual initiative happening. Now, the only 3 goblin combatants who are still up are blinded. So the 2 in back are just going to make short bow attacks at disadvantage. We're going to say we'll decide who they target of the 3 straight in front of them if any of them actually hit.
Can I make my surprise?
Oh yeah, my bad. I totally forgot your AoE. That's entirely my fault. Sorry, Huli.
No, I'm not going to use the AoE. I thought it had a longer duration than it does, but it's only like an instantaneous 1 turn duration. But I am
Okay.
going to do a thing. I will go to the door. Did Jaro go in or no?
Jaro backed back up. He threw
I
an
have
Eldritch
not
Blaster and
moved
then backed up.
Yeah,
But
so I'm
everyone
just
else
gonna
has gone in.
go up to the door there, behind Peg, and just the closest one of the blinded goblins.
Okay.
I'm
Probably be
gonna
this guy.
I'm gonna hit him with a just a cantrip, a chill touch. 22 to hit,
Definitely.
and he'll take 6 necrotic damage. But as a bugbear, I have the surprise attack feature. If I hit a creature that hasn't taken a turn in the current combat with an attack roll, it takes an extra 2d6 damage.
Nice.
So
And I can tell you that 6, yeah, it's dead. It's a Gobbo.
6.
It has 7 hit points, 6 from
Yeah,
necrotic plus whatever is downing it. So yeah,
Yeah.
your skeletal hand goes out and grabs it, and you see necrotic like wounds start to open up on it. And for a second, it looks like it's gonna just barely manage to keep its feet, and then the wounds just like gush. There's like a burst of blood as it falls to the ground.
You'd be amazed at what a little old basket full of ethereal berries can do.
So that's one of those, and then those have a chance of hitting those folks because they all have 17s and 18s. I think hits everyone in that group, right?
Yeah, that's everybody.
So
except maybe Atlas.
Atlas
for
might
17.
have an 18. I'm assuming, yeah. 16 plus shield gives him 18. So we're gonna do a D4. A 4 means it misses. A 1 is Atlas. A 2 is Erky. A 3 is Peg. So a miss. And Atlas eats the 18, unfortunately. Because the 18 was the second one. So Atlas is going to eat a little bit of piercing damage as one of these blind arrows manages to pierce into him. Oof, that's a good roll. For 7 points of piercing damage. And then the other one got killed before it could react and do anything to you, so he is not making blind attacks at you. That is Gobbo turn.
Peg, you're up.
Okay,
you're
Peg is gonna use her bonus action to activate Blade Singer,
Okay.
and then she is going to 5, 10, 15, the one that's right in front of her. She's going to attack that one. Let's see.
Okay. So you're moving in and making your attack.
Yes.
Oof, an 11 is not going to get through his shield, though, as this goblin manages to get a shield up and block your rapier before it can find any purchase in him. Oh, no, you have but you rolled an 11 and an 8. Never mind. Yeah, so the goblin is just kind of has a shield on his arm and is just kind of blindly flailing, and it's really hard and erratic to find an opening, and he manages to bat your sword away as you try to stab him.
Dang it. All right, end of turn.
All right. Jaro, you guys have decimated these gobbos so far.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up and into the room.
Okay.
Boom. Boom. That's 30, and I'm gonna blast Gobbo here.
Okay. That was the one with 1 hit point?
I was about to say, does it have 1 hit point? That's good because I haven't rolled higher than like a 2.
13. Oh no, he's blinded. That's a 17. It hits.
Let's go. We're correct. See what I mean?
How long does the blinded last, Soen?
Till the end of my next turn,
Okay,
I believe.
that sounds about right. I figured it was something like that. He is down.
Check.
Your bluish beam of eldritch energy slams into this goblin, and he collapses. He goes scooting back 5 or 10 feet and falls to the ground.
Yeah.
Anything else for you?
No, that would be it.
Okay. Erky's gonna try and Sacred Flame this guy. And succeed. For 2 damage. Okay, I'm glad it's lagging, but that's okay. That is Erky's turn. So when you're up,
All right.
there's 1 goblin left. Erky you saw it just erupt in some sacred flamage.
Pulling out both daggers.
Okay,
We'll start with the one right in front of me.
okay.
Or wait, I keep forgetting I have a short sword. We'll go short sword and dagger.
Okay. We're AC 10. These are commoners. They do not have weapons or arms. I know that doesn't matter to Soen. I'm just letting you know.
Yes, absolutely.
Definitely hits. And if
Cool.
if your base is more than 3, it's done.
My base is 5.
So that's action. You got a bonus action.
Yep. Bonus action is with the short sword. That's a 10.
10 will hit. They're commoners. Which means... Oh no, because you don't get to add bonus to this, right?
1 damage. Yep, 1 damage.
Okay, so this guy manages to avoid most of your short sword swing and is cowering, and you hear him scream out, "Turn!" That's your turn?
We leave an elf eaters around. That's my turn.
Thea.
So the one gobbo in front of Peg is still up, right?
Yep. And then someone has started killing the commoners in the corner.
Okay. And the so 24 to hit him.
Definitely hits.
I'm hitting him with my basket of berries, aka chill touch again.
Okay.
For
He has
5.
ta-
Yeah,
Okay.
I anyway took the turn. 5 damage.
Okay, so the wounds open up and they are enough to take this guy down. That is all the combatants. Soen, I assume, is still slaughtering commoners, but a ruckus has been raised.
Until someone says otherwise.
Are they goblin? They're goblins.
Yeah, they're goblin commoners. They're not like
Yeah.
ordinary peasants, but they're not armed or anything. Yeah, but that's okay.
But they yelled something out, right?
Yes. Ooh.
What was it that they yelled?
Dern.
Dern?
Yeah. So the question is anyone stopping Soen or doing anything on this round of combat?
I'm going to
help?
assume yelling Dern is similar to the orcs and Grund in LOTR. So I guess if they got to go, they got to go.
Okay. So what I'm going to say is Atlas is not going to start killing commoners this turn. He's not going to stop you, but Atlas, I do not believe, would walk up and just start slaughtering people who are not fighting him.
No.
So he is not doing anything, and that brings us to the top of initiative, which I am going to reorganize and take the regular goblins out of here because they have all been dispatched. However, From the door here, you all hear a bellow and a goblinoid shout that Thea you can identify as someone saying, "Go! Stop them!" But
Wonderful.
that is going to happen. Jaro, you've just heard some loud, deep goblin voice yell something from a door beyond, and Silwyn is slaughtering commoners. What are you doing?
Bing bong. Sorry. I don't. I'm just going to move and ready my action for.
You're readying an Eldritch Blast for something comes through one of the doors, I assume?
God, Don, it's like you know exactly what I'm gonna do.
You're
It's like you
Warlock.
can
What
read my
else are you
mind.
possibly doing?
Waiting to get hit so I can cash Hellish Rebuke.
Peg.
Yep.
So when is killing commoners in a corner, you've heard goblinoid shouts from a door beyond and movement beyond there, but all of the enemies directly around you have been slain.
Okay. Peg's gonna move up by Silwyn. Can she get over there?
Yeah, you're like
Um,
2 feet from me. 2 squares from me.
Okay.
Top.
All right. She's gonna move her, and she's gonna say to her, "Hey, these guys are unarmed, and it sounds like something fierce might be coming through that door soon." And
Priorities, I suppose.
Poop. It doesn't matter. They wouldn't have come out, but
I don't speak Goblin, so I can't tell them
I
to
thought
get out of
we
here.
realized
you
that
do.
you speak
do?
Goblin, but act
Oh,
like
that's
half.
right.
Goblin, not
I forgot to change my character sheet. I'm ashamed. Okay.
Shame, for
Wait.
shame, shame else.
Wait.
Okay, then she's gonna yell at the goblins, "Get the fuck out of here!" Try to spread her wings like, I'm
sure.
not fucking
Give
around.
me an intimidation check.
Is that even my jam? I don't know if that's my jam. Intimidation.
It is if you roll high enough. I
Can Peg get
believe.
advantage on the intimidation against these commoners from the slaughter beast next to her?
She can have it. She don't need it, but
Yeah.
so
18.
all of a sudden, 1, 2, 3, 4. You taking an opportunity attack, Soen?
Yes. Yes,
Go for it.
absolutely.
Go for it.
These blades don't stop swinging until the goblins are dead.
If you hit that guy died anyway, so we're just gonna. Ooh, you did
I
not.
didn't. That's not 1.8.
Yeah. So, as Peg says this, all of the goblins quickly realize there's a door behind them that 3 of those armed goblins had come out of, and one of them in the back quickly pushes it open, and they all pile in and slam the door shut. In response to Peg's fierce intimidation. Erky steps forward. He'll hold a sacred flame for whatever comes through the door. Was there anything else you wanted to do, Peg?
She's gonna be ready for whatever comes through the door.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing you guys are 5, 10, 15, 20. Because the door opens and out step 3 goblinoids that are larger. You guys can all take your held actions. So Jaro's pew pew.
My magic missile.
Yep. Not that, but that these aren't goblins. Let me double check. That does hit. Cool.
Hey, that's not a magic missile.
So another bluish white beam of light shoots out of Jaro and slams into one of these hobgoblins.
Damn, have you rolled ones on every damage roll so far, Jaro?
Yeah, I was double checking to make sure I added the +4.
I was
I
gonna say,
did.
be happy
And-
with
No,
the
I
agonizing
checked
blast.
earlier too.
Yeah,
It is adding the agonizing blast.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think I rolled a 2 once, and I think other than that, I'm just rolling ones, dog. Bless up on agonizing blast.
and Thea, if I'm correct, you had killed the last armed goblin, correct?
Bless up magic dragon.
Yes.
You did not have an held action.
No.
Jaro was the only one. And Urki.
Thea and I had not gone in the initiative yet, so we could not prepare
Okay.
an action.
That is what I thought. Where did I close? That was dumb of me. At least the NPCs
Did you-
don't take as long to load. I closed the hobgoblin sheet.
Mhm.
And we rolled yep, they fail. For 5. He is barely standing. In Hooley's words, one of these hobgoblins is G-strained. However, that is not enough to stop the 2 front ones from unloading on Atlas with their long swords.
We won't kill Atlas when he's not here.
He's the one that's there.
No, I hear you. I was just
So the 7 definitely misses because it's actually only 8. Oh, they both miss. Oh, what? Okay. So they both swing wide. Atlas manages to get his shield up and catch both of the hobgoblins' 2-handed longsword swings on it and just throw them out wide. The other hobgoblin is not in range. So he's going to shoot a longbow at Silwyn. That's not gonna hit.
no, I don't believe it is.
I do not believe a 10 is hitting you. So that is the hobgoblin's turn. And what I will say is, beyond the door, you two can make out what appears to be 2 larger goblinoid figures wearing armor and various other markings.
I'm very confused. Why? Oh,
That is the
I realized it
hobgoblin's
doesn't
turn.
have my armor. I just realized my sheet doesn't have the armor that we spent like 20 minutes in game for me to get on it. Give me a second. My AC should be way higher, like 2 whole points.
And then, yeah, whenever you get that fixed, it is your turn then.
Okay. I'm just gonna move forward. As Sylvan runs, she's gonna just stick with what we've got, and
Okay.
cast a green flame blade to strike the goblin right in front of her.
Okay. So you're attacking at this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Wait, which one got hit with the Eldritch Blast? Could you click on that one for me?
The
that
one in front.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the guy right in front of me, and I'm gonna have the fire
Okay.
jump to the one right
That's
next
what
to
I
him.
figured. Yep. Does it not show you guys their health bars? Oh, it doesn't. Okay.
Nope.
Good to know. I thought that was visible.
Bro,
Oof,
again?
not your day.
That is
So-
my third 2.
So, unfortunately, you took the cast a spell action to cast Green Flame Blade, which involves a melee weapon attack. So I don't believe you get your bonus action attack
Nope.
either.
I do not. No.
Oof. So yeah, Silwyn goes and you see this like green fire erupt around her short sword as she tries to stab it forward. But this hobgoblin's armor is a little hardier than the goblin leather armor that the goblins were wearing, and Silwyn is not able to get a blow in, unfortunately. Anything else with your bonus action? You do have bonus action things.
Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action disengage
Okay, and back up.
and back the fuck up. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Fair
That's it.
enough. Yeah. Thea, what you got?
I am going to cast Wither and Bloom, centered on that one that's right in front of
Yep.
Atlas. Yup.
And
It
it's
is
a
a
5
con-
foot, right?
No, it is a 10-foot.
Okay.
So it should get all three of them and my buddy Atlas there.
Yep. Yep.
So they need to make con saves. It's only a 14, so it's not too high. And then Atlas can regain health points equal to one of their hit die.
Yeah, he
Plus
has to expend it,
myself.
right?
Yeah, if he needs it, because
Yeah,
I know
he
he's
has to spend
taking some damage.
He definitely could use it, and that's a big one. So the front one failed, and he had 1 hit point, so he is dead. The back 2 did pass.
Okay, so it's half damage on a pass.
Yep.
All right, so let me give you damage. It's only 6 damage.
Okay.
Have they all taken a turn already?
Yes, they all took a
Okay.
turn and came into combat. Yes.
All right, so
This also doesn't have an attack roll, so it wouldn't apply to it.
Yeah, it's not an attack.
Atlas will get his hit dice plus my, I believe, spellcasting modifier. Just let me double check.
Ooh, yeah. He'll take
Plus
an
my
extra.
spellcasting
Yep.
ability modifier. So it's an
So-
extra 4
Ooh.
along with whatever the hit dice gave him.
He is almost back to full now. And that's your turn?
And that's with the added con from the hit die as well.
Yeah.
Anytime you spend hit die, your con mod.
Yep. It looks like
Yeah.
it's auto adding it. It did.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
a
cool.
full. Yeah, it's a full action for me to do that, and I am only bonus action dependent when I am in wild shape.
Cool.
So, yep,
Cool.
that is it.
I don't think it would be out of character for Atlas, having just been healed, to step forward and make a spear attack. Let me make sure he doesn't have like crazy. I don't think he has anything that lets him like extra attack or anything.
Nope.
So he's just gonna go ahead and one hand because he does have his shield out. And an 11 is not going to hit. So he is just going to. He walks forward and tries to shove his spear at the same one that Silwyn tried to stab, and this guy is good at dodging those stabs. And he puts his shield up and gets ready to take whatever happens next turn. Wait a minute. Peg just was waiting. Okay.
Yeah, Peg didn't have a ready to action because Peg used
Yeah.
her action to intimidate.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20. Perfect. Grenell is going to step forward out of this back chamber and look around and sees all of the goblins on the ground, and he curses in Goblin. And he mutters a prayer to some obscure goblin deity and reaches out a hand toward Atlas. He is going to attempt to cast Inflict Wounds. And and is going to hit. With a natural 18. And inflict wounds is
I'm gonna make him
30d10.
Oh wait, no. That's at the end of this session. Never mind. Ignore me.
You're good. Whew. Atlas is up. Atlas is G-stringed. Grenell is going to back up. Yeah, that was a crazy roll. And Dern is going... Oh, Grenell can only back up to there. But Dern is going to step forward, and in a loud voice, he's going to say, "You have no business being here. Leave."
You have no business being here. Die.
He does it fairly forcefully. I don't use intimidation or anything to tell players how to do, but he sounds pretty scary and angry and strong when he says it. Jaro, what you got for us? Atlas is looking pretty beat up as this goblin had stepped forward, laid a hand on him, and you just saw a bunch of wounds start coming up.
Yeah, your boy is going to save Brocephus Jones. Even if he's not here, he's here in spirit. Bless up, Daddy Longlegs. And I'm going to hit this man with Eel Cure Wounds.
Okay. 8 points.
Hello, chat. You get to watch me do this. Ah, wrong way. And then skirt back to where I was, baby.
Hobgobbo is going to take an op attack at you.
That's fine. I'm a dodge it.
Ooh. I don't think you are.
No, you ain't.
8 slashing damage. As
That
he
ain't
did
even
not
that
have
bad.
another ally near you to get his bonus damage off.
That ain't that bad.
Peg. One of the 3 hobgoblins has been dealt with. The other 2 look pretty beat up, and there are 2 goblins beyond that seem scary and big. What do you want to do?
She's going to she's going to step forward, and she's going to attack one of those. Is that a hobgoblin? Yeah.
Yep.
That one she's going to use her shiny new rapier.
Okay, go for it.
And why am I in spells?
I can tell you're looking... Oh, they have chainmail. You're looking for an 18. I thought it was 15.
All right.
I forgot that's what makes this combat difficult for low-level parties. Is that they have a pretty solid AC.
No, that's spells. Okay. It is going to be I'll do this the old-fashioned way. So I'll just roll a d20 and then I'll roll 1d8 since I'm not finding how to do it.
That works. No worries. Just make sure I think you have a +4 total. Right? Your dexterity is 14 or 15.
Wait, let me get back open. Come on, show me. My dex is, where is it? That's charisma. It's 16.
Okay, so you've got a +5 to whatever you roll on the d20.
Okay. Oh boy! So I got it. I got it really low. So,
yeah.
so that was 8.
Unfortunately, this guy is being really hard to hit. Everyone keeps attacking him, and he manages to just dodge out of the way and knock the attacks aside without taking any significant damage.
Let's see. Bonus action 2 weapon fighting.
Yep, you could make an offhand attack with
Alright,
like a dagger or whatever other weapon you have.
Yeah, with a dagger.
I moved him too early. Oof.
Oh boy, I got a nat 1 on that one.
Oof. Yeah, so you go and yeah, we are struggle bussing. So yeah, this guy's chainmail and shield is his chainmail is just too tough to get through. As you guys keep going, Erky's gonna run forward, put a hand on Atlas, and pump a cure wounds into him himself. Nice. That's another 8. Atlas is looking better. He's still not full health or anything, but he's ready for these hobgoblins, and it was just in time. Luckily, there's a new target for one of them to attack, so one of them is going to swing at Erky.
Hey, there's new targets for both of them to attack.
Yeah, I was going to say the other one's actually probably going to swing at Peg. 16 to Erky. Does hit Erky.
I thought you said Erky was wearing.
Oh, yeah. No. I let him keep his plate mail. It misses. So it misses him, and then one coming at Peg. And 11 does not hit you, right, Peg?
No, definitely not. Peg's got a base AC of 13 with their dex.
Okay. You were muted, but yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I was saying
it.
with Bladesinger, my AC should be 20. I wasn't sure how to get Bladesinger to
20.
activate.
I think it should be like 18.
Oh, it's with Bladesinger, it's plus. Peg's got +5, right? Intelligence. And they have the major
plus
still.
Yeah, it should be +4 to my AC.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. Yep. 20. Yeah.
Mage armor +3 from
Plus
dex.
dex 16 +4 intelligence is 20. Yep. Okay, so you managed to dance out of the way. This hobgoblin does not manage to swing at you. And they're looking kind of angry, but they feel bolstered with their leader giving them commands and yelling at you guys from behind them. Silwyn, these hobgoblins have just tried to attack your friends and your new friend.
Can I see through this door?
Yeah, you can see Grenell beyond. Dern's
Cool.
probably out of view, but you can see Grenell back there.
I'm going to bonus action steady aim, and I'm going to grab my bow and take a nice shot here.
Okay.
At Grenell.
Okay.
Maybe by giving myself advantage, I can. Jesus H! Does a 13 hit?
No, Grenell has a 15. Grenell sees you coming
Yeah.
and raises his shield, and your arrow just slams into the shield on Grenell's arm.
That's it. I have 0 movement speed, thanks to steady aim, and that's my bonus action in action.
All right. Thea, you're up. You do... Oh, there we go.
One second.
No worries.
Sorry, kids just got home from trick-or-treating, so they just came down.
Nah, you're good.
I will, for my action, do symbiotic entity wild shape.
Okay, so you're becoming your, like, shroomy mushroom spore form?
Yeah. That's going to give me 12 bonus hit points, temporary HPs.
Nice.
And I think I'm still like my form. I'm just buzzing with.
Yeah, maybe the mushrooms in your fur start releasing their spores.
Yeah.
It's very Pokemon like stun spore type. You've got these like golden spores floating out of you in like puffs.
Yeah, and then I will take my movement to get up here where this little gobbo is dead. I'll just stand over him.
Okay.
And so that's my action. And for bonus action, I will cast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff.
Okay. So you're ready to attack next turn, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Atlas got beat. He had a whole bunch of wounds put on him. He had some attacks swung at him. He got healed. He is angry. So hopefully he can land in his attack this turn. There we go. He is going to stab this guy.
Did two-handed by accident, so.
Oh, you're right. It's a D6 instead. Yeah. Still enough. Thank you. So yeah. So Atlas finally gets through to this guy that's been dodging everyone's attacks for the last 3 rounds or so. Gets his spear deep into him and pulls it out, and that hobgoblin just falls over. And I think Atlas actually shifts into the doorway to go and face Stern. Would probably be what I imagine Atlas doing.
It's what I see. It's what I see Brendan doing.
Okay, then we're gonna keep it. I looked at initiative order and was like, maybe we don't do that, but what else?
Well, we can move through each other's spaces.
That wasn't what I was looking at.
Okay. Oh, I see.
Yeah. But Grenell is just going to back up further and let Dern handle that and just make a short bow attack. He's not gonna put himself in harm's way. This guy looks scary. Atlas takes 3 piercing damage as Grenell manages to get his short bow past his guard as Atlas is staring Dern down. And Dern is going to take his first round in combat. And he is going to two-handed swing his longsword at Mr. Atlas. Oh. And Atlas manages to knock it away, barely even moving his shield. The sword comes down and Atlas just bumps it and it slides harmlessly to the side. Jaro, what you doing?
The same thing we do every day, Don.
All right,
you
go
see
for
this
it.
boy right here?
Yep, do it. Let's see if you can roll above a 1, even though that's all you need to roll to kill him.
Oh, why'd you have to say that? That's going to be max damage, or I'm not going to hit. Nope, max damage. Here it comes.
Nope,
It's
that's
bugged. It's bugged.
That's crazy.
I'm casting Firebolt from
This
now on.
RNG is insane.
I just want you to know that when I clicked it, I got 6.
I did more
I'm gonna
damage
click it.
with Firebolt.
Oh man, it won't let me click it. Damn.
Yeah, it only
It
lets
sends
the
an error.
GM and the character. But you do manage to, your Eldritch Blast does manage to land square on this hobgoblin in front of Thea. And it collapses against the wall back here. There's a whole pile of goblins and hobgoblins surrounding this door now. That Atlas is standing and staring down Dern. But if you want, you can certainly dance through his space and get in there, Peg, if you would like to. Otherwise, what would you like to do?
Is there anyone left standing in the room?
Not in the room with you. So there's
Oh.
you, Thea, Urki, Jaro, and Silwyn in this room. Atlas is standing right here in the doorway. You can move through him through the door if you would like. And then the 2 remaining enemies are right here.
Right. Yeah, she's going to move up by him. I wonder if she could. Let's see what she can do.
I was gonna say you certainly have the movement that if you wanted to move like to either side of him inside that room to attack this guy, you could.
Yeah, I think she's going to move to the side. And
Do you have a preference on right here or right here?
I think I think right there is good. Yeah.
Okay. So Peg dances forward, dashing and
And
darting
she's
through
going to-
spaces.
Yeah, she's going to use her rapier, and let's see if I can get it to go. It would be under the core page.
Yeah. So right in the middle, there should be a box near the right underneath your initiative, and that should have your attacks in it.
Okay.
Randy,
But
if you would pull your character sheet up and like you could
Yeah.
wave your mouse over where the
Okay,
attacks are to
we
show
got it.
Shan.
Did
hey,
that
no, we
work?
got it. 17 will hit Dern since he
Oh,
does
yeah.
not have his shield out.
All right. And then
So
I
now-
clicked on the damage.
Nice.
Ooh, 4 piercing damage.
We
And then can she duck back on the other side so she can make space for someone else?
So you would have spent
You
5.
could move back.
10, 15. You could certainly move back if you wanted. You would potentially provoke an opportunity attack because you're leaving range, but you could also move further into the room if you wanted as well.
That's what I meant by back. Personally.
Yeah, if you wanted to,
back
like,
further.
you could move like up
Yeah.
here and start engaging on this guy, and then there's room for your party to fill in.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
could
let's
also
do
just move
that.
5 feet so you don't leave his range. You can move to like here. Why
Yeah,
don't I
you could
ping
also
from
just
this?
shift up here, and that gives room for people to get in around you too, and then you don't
Okay.
take the op.
All right. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Urki's just gonna try to Sacred Flames through the door. So Dern is gonna give us a Wisdom save, and he's gonna pass, so he does not take any damage. Hobgoblins are dead. Silwyn, I saw you lining up a shot somewhere.
I was measuring out some movement actually.
But it is your turn.
Yeah, Syl's gonna use her action to dash.
Okay.
Moved here through this door with her object interaction to open it.
Ooh,
If it's
I see.
unlocked, I suppose.
Yeah, it is, especially from inside.
And then I'll use my bonus action to hide.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
I'd love to.
Very nice. All right,
Dirty 20.
pretty solid. You guys see Silwyn dash out this door and disappear, and you guys don't know where she went. That's your turn, yeah?
Yep, that's my turn.
All right, Thea, you're up.
I'm gonna ninja roll through the doorway to put myself in the room there.
Yep.
I'm gonna go on like this side over here.
Okay. I will warn you as you guys come in and get a good look. That central area is a deep pit with these like white vines growing out of it. So like moving there, you totally can, but you are like, yeah, you would be like standing on the edge of the pit.
I thought it looked like a dirty carpet or something.
Yep,
you know?
yep. I feel you. That's why I was like, let me give you guys a clear description here. Yeah, the center of this room is a giant just pit with vines going down.
Okay. So, with that being said, I'm gonna try to whack him.
All right, go for it. You got your shillelagh up.
Yes. It would help if I rolled the attack, not the damage. Good job, Willie. $22 to hit.
22 definitely hits Stern.
Okay. So that will be 11 shillelagh damage, but he's going to take extra damage because symbiotic entity.
Okay. You said 11?
11, yeah.
Whew. Where's Dern's sheet? Oh, I don't need Dern's sheet. What's the symbiotic damage?
It's an extra D6 necrotic damage when you hit with a melee weapon attack.
All right.
So 3 more necrotic. So
Okay.
14 damage total.
Okay. Dern goes down.
The big guy right there.
Yep. He had 14 hit points. You did exactly what he had with that
Okay.
hit.
I
So you
think
walk forward.
I have a little bit of movement left, so I'm just gonna like go upwards a little.
Okay.
Kind of
so you
snaps
step.
me in here. So
Yeah. Atlas. I don't think Atlas cares to listen right now. 5, 10, 15. He's just going to walk forward and make a spear attack. And it bites deep into Gren, who is still standing. Gren, now that it is Grenel's turn and Dern is dead, Grenel quickly drops his weapons, drops to his knees, and is in Goblinoid, starts pleading with you to just leave him and the commoners alone. They don't want any trouble. They'll do whatever you want. Dern is dead. And Peg or Thea are free. Speaking is free. So if you guys would like to translate that for your party, you can. Jaro, you've just watched Thea step through and swing her staff at this big guy and in a single blow bring him down. What are you doing?
Avoiding getting hit by that staff. Did Althea or Peg translate what this man said?
yes, I will for sure do so. She really didn't want to have to kill the commoners anyways, given that she now knows they're all unarmed. So
Yeah, I figured before I step in and go blasting, if we want to get a translation.
Yeah.
With all the yelling going around.
Yeah, it's literally like blubbering, pleading. Please don't hurt us. We're just trying to live. We thought you guys were kobolds messing with us. Please, whatever you want, we'll do anything.
So
just don't hurt us.
So are we sparing the rest of them? What are we doing, guys?
Well, that's
Kobolds wanted them. Yeah, Kobolds wanted them gone, so let's just tell them to leave. And
Yeah, I was
keep
thinking
walking
that.
for like 20 miles.
Send them on their way. Go do goblin things in Goblin Town rather than here. But they could have information.
In Goblinville?
They could have information we need.
So we interrogate them, then send them on their way.
So
yeah, at least this one, he seems to be knowledgeable enough.
Yeah. Do I need to give you a perception to hear what they're saying through this door?
I think you can hear the goblinoid blabbering, and I assume that we were semi in combat, so I assume when Thea or Peg translated it that it was loud enough that you could probably hear it.
Damn.
I think Thea for sure would be loud about it.
I was gonna say, but that is what I was asking you, is while your party is discussing this and you hear this on the other side of the door, what is Silwyn doing?
Do you see where Silwyn has moved?
Oof. Okay. So that's what you start doing?
Mm-hmm. That's what I start doing.
Okay. So once you attack, you are no longer stealthed. I imagine that after a few seconds in discussing, the party starts hearing Silwyn start going to town. I'm not going to make you keep rolling their commoners, and they are literal fish in a barrel for you.
Yeah. To a turn, basically.
Yeah, basically. You all start hearing the sounds of blades meeting flesh behind you.
Well, I guess we better try to get some information really quickly before all the commoners are dead that we were gonna try and bargain for some information.
I love how no one even goes to try to stop Sowen. They're just like, oh, well, Sowen's killing him, so I guess we got to talk to this guy.
Fully, I should be clear above the table. It's fully the first time someone tells Sylvan, hey, stop. She will. But like
Hey,
they squished my
want to stop
into a
killing the
barrel full.
commoners? Had this idea. Get
They put
information.
my people in a barrel and called it pudding.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think he's definitely she's definitely justified here. I'm just gonna, as a halfie, a little half and half.
I mean, you are a half elf, but you're also like somebody who channels divinity, right? Like,
You could
Jar-
probably theorize
Hey.
these goblin commoners are not the ones who went, captured elves, and stuffed them in a barrel. You could
I was gonna
probably
say-
theorize that was probably the armed ones that went out on raid. Would be a pretty safe assumption to make. I'm not saying that being in a blind rage after something like that is not understandable, but like logically speaking, I don't think any of you are quote unquote dumb enough stat wise that you wouldn't be like the commoners themselves probably weren't willingly murdering.
No. Even Sylvan doesn't think they were going out murdering the elves, but
Yeah.
it was labeled like a treat.
I mean,
Meanwhile.
they're goblins. What do you want them to
Meanwhile,
apple pie and vanilla fucking ice cream? I don't think so.
either way, I did hear Peg tell Sowen to stop. So, what Chip said, I presume Sowen stops and joins
Yes.
everyone.
Okay. Sylvan stops and guards the door.
That's fair. So,
Smart.
for the rest of you, Grenell is on his
Where are
knees.
these kobolds that we were supposed to have help us out?
You guys had barred all the doors. They could not get anywhere to fight, so they just went back to their people.
Yeah, they went home.
They came up
Noted.
here and looked, and this door.
They didn't
Every
wait
door
for us.
except
door,
the one back.
We're all
Every door
barred.
except the one back home was barred. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. So like they otherwise they would have come in here and started fighting the goblins before you guys even got here. But you guys stand in this circular chamber where a circular shaft of light pierces down and goes into this central pit of this 40-foot domed chamber. There's this dim violet light coming out of that pit in the middle that reveals these sickly white-gray vines that coat the walls of the shaft. The light seems to be supplemented by torches on the wall, and there's a crudely fashioned stone throne against the northwestern wall. There is a large iron chest serving as some kind of footstool, and you see a small sapling growing in a wide stone pot.
And the saplings on the floor were on or at the bottom?
It is up here, right here.
Okay.
So throne, iron chest, stone pot with a very small sapling in it.
And you said everything's like sickly looking, like safe to assume it's blighted vegetation?
The vines definitely coming up definitely seem it. If you get closer to the pot and take a look at the sapling specifically, you realize this isn't a sapling. It seems to be some kind of living twig that does appear to have been affected by a blight. And as a druid, I assume you've heard of twig blights.
Yeah.
They are little creatures that literally look like sticks that poke tiny needle-like holes in their victims.
Don, just doing a little measuring with that wither and bloom, outer edge with that wither and bloom that was cast earlier, the outer bottom right hand edge of those vines would be dead if they are currently alive.
Okay, thank you. I am not super familiar with Wither and Bloom. So yeah, some of them poking out the top here might have started like receding down a little bit.
Yeah, I just didn't think I was close enough to mention that part. But it says
Yeah.
that non-magical vegetation in the area will wither.
For sure. Grenell, meanwhile, is looking at you all wide-eyed and fearful, hands up, just staring, waiting for any kind of questioning or to know what is his fate.
I think questioning would be good. Sit back against the wall with your hands under your butt cheeks, so that way if you try any of that fancy touching magic, it's your own ass you're frying.
Scrambles back against the wall.
What are you doing? Like, what's going on here? Why? Start talking. Start spilling the beans.
We came up out of the Underdark ages ago. We've lived here for decades. Those stinking kobolds never wanted us to be here, so we've been at odds with them. When the old man came through 20 years ago and went down and discovered the grove, who are we to question him and his methods? He never did us wrong. He didn't come in and slaughter all of us.
I haven't finished slaughtering all of you yet. Don't encourage me to do it.
Well, we're looking for some people, and I mean, most of you have been fairly hostile, so we have to do what we have to do. But the unarmed ones should be okay for the most part. But if you don't want to hurt or bother anybody, why are you taking captives? Sounds like a load of hogwash to me.
Yeah, because I'm sure that if we just walked into the neighboring village up there, they'd be super welcoming to us goblins, right?
Hey, you can
Don't you
catch
sell
more
them
flies
things
with
on a
honey.
regular basis?
You can catch more flies with honey than you can with vinegar. You don't know until you try. Look at me. I'm goblinkin. My mother was a goblin. You know, I get along with people. Sure, some folks are scared of me, but for the most part, if I'm nice to them, they're fairly nice in return.
Well,
And what about the
anyways,
captives? You could have turned people away instead of capturing them.
I mean, that was what the druid wanted. Bellic asked for him. He gives us things to sell and to make money so we can keep living and helps us fight the kobolds and give him what he needs for his experiments.
What kind of experiments is this man doing here?
I mean, I don't really know. He's talked about bringing back the glory of the old days. I mean, he does those things like in the pot. He makes trees. He brings them to life. If you really want to know, you should ask him. And the goblin just stares at the hole in the middle of the chamber.
I'm sure we'll be speaking with him, yes, but you're first on the chopping block here, friend. What about the people we're looking for? What has befallen? There was a group of 4, and your gnome captive said that 3 of them were here. What about them? Are they alive still? Have you done terrible experiments to them?
They were alive when we gave them to Bellic. Well, other than the one that we killed when they tried to attack us.
And you don't know what Bellic is up to at all? You just let him do what he does, and that's it? You don't have curiosities?
Hey, you know what they say.
No, I don't. So why don't you tell me? What did they say?
Curiosity killed the displacer beast.
But knowing brought it back.
That ain't how they say it where I'm from.
Well, your ways might be slightly antiquated. What's the easiest way without jumping down a hole to get to Bellic and the people we're looking for?
Without jumping, you could try climbing down. I mean, it's only 40 feet. We usually just throw people in there. And I mean, we hear them afterwards. It's not like they die usually.
So you guys don't go down there, you just throw shit in the hole?
Oh, I mean, some of them climb down. I don't. The place gives me the creeps.
I'll look at everybody else. Well, what do you want to do with them? You want to let them go, or?
Look,
Yeah.
if we don't care what Bellic does, if you've got problems with him, that's between you and him. We just want to keep existing.
You know what? I have an idea. Your friends can stay in the room that they're in, guarded by the psychotic elf, and you go make peace with the kobolds. And if you make peace with the kobolds, we let you all go free. I think that's a penance enough for the shameful things that you've done. You know, people like you really aren't helping our kind out here in these streets, you know.
He looks at you like he wants to say something. What if I go over there and they just kill me?
Well, you reap what you sow. I already said, you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. Why don't you strike up a conversation? I'm sure they'd be happy to have a little bit more space around here as well. You could probably have a really good working relationship. I know some kobolds that are good craftsmen. Maybe they can make things for you to sell, and you won't have to deal with this nonsensical, terrible druid man.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage. Guy's scared. He wants to do whatever you want. He doesn't want to die, but
Persuasion. Yes, I'm awesome at that.
hey, I give you advantage. It's supposedly statistically equivalent to a +5.
Oh, well, I have a +0, but I rolled an 18.
Nice. So yeah, Grenell kind of looks around for a minute and starts grumbling to himself, gets to his feet, hands still like grabbing his butt as he like sidesteps over to this door and waits to see if you guys do anything.
Wait a minute. I'll get in my pack. I have an extra set of clothes in there. I'll pull out a white linen shirt that literally has never been worn because she doesn't care about that kind of thing. And she'll tear him off a chunk, pick up a piece of broken longbow or something like that and tie the shirt around it to make like a white flag. And she'll use some of her lingering berry juice and write a little note on another piece of fabric that pretty much says that we came in, cleared most of the goblins. The ones that are left are harmless, essentially, and that they would like to broker a working peace, you know, and sign the name, because the Queen Kobold has met us before. Hopefully it'll give him a bit of advantage if he waves a white flag and has a sort of letter of recommendation.
I imagine you probably sign it as soup. I don't think you guys gave the queen your actual names.
Nope.
Yeah.
So I assume you sign it as soup or something. And Grenell continues grumbling. He takes the flag, grumbles, and starts walking away out of sight. Behind the scenes, I'll tell you he's going to do what you said. He comes here, gets stuck, comes back, comes here. You hear a goblinoid outrage at, like, who did this? What is going on? And then he probably goes the long way because he doesn't know that trap is disabled, so he's not going through the trapped way. He's going.
Well, it's been more than 10 minutes too. The trap's re-enabled itself.
Yeah. He would not go that way. Or she would go the long way. I've been calling Grenell a he the whole time. But we can end initiative. Assuming someone's not going to start genociding again.
No. We've made a deal. It's
So
not a
you
deal
are-
Sil's happy with, but it's a deal.
You all are left alone in this chamber. You can loot, search, do whatever you would all like to do.
I would like to cast Druidcraft on the tiny little twig tree and make him grow pretty pink flowers on him.
So that is a creature. That is a twig blight.
Well, I would like to hypothetically do that thing in my mind and envision him now covered in pretty pink flowers.
Well, what we'll say is you go over to the pot and you do this, and the like loose dirt around him that he has been planted in so that he can't run away and do things suddenly sprouts with a bunch of flowers. So he is now in the middle of a small pot / field of very pretty flowers.
Yeah, very pretty. Exactly that. Berry. And there's a chest here we could look at. I could try to open it, or the rogue can do rogue things. I mean, I have the ability and such as well.
What do you say, Rogue?
I might actually go escort our new friend and pick up our reward from the Queen while I'm at it.
I'm not sure you could be trusted to do so. I think as soon as you get out the
I'm
door, you're
not
going to stab him in the back.
Well, I'm not sure you can be trusted to keep to your deals since you were so adamantly against it earlier. So I suppose neither of us trusts each other and we're at an impasse. And you, I don't believe, can physically stop me.
I mean, I'm not a
I'm gonna
person
start following.
that does physical combat against party members anyway. So
And I'm going to start I'm going to start running after him and try to catch him before he leaves the long hall. This way. We'll go this way. I can disable the trap. It's faster.
Oh no. You guys go. You talk. What I'll say is the queen doesn't seem happy. She gives you what was promised. She gives you a key with a dragon head on it. And assures you that her people will not bother you and you can travel freely through essentially any part of the dungeon. And you leave them in very tense negotiations that do not seem very favorable toward the goblins at this point.
Before I leave, I lean into the Queen and whisper, "Look, we're going down below. If you come in with a bunch of kobolds and slaughter those who are left, no one could fault you for killing the trespassers on your land." He's here to offer peace. You're not required to keep it.
She just glances over at you and gives you the key. I imagine this was like as she was handing you the key.
Yeah. It's like a lean in as she's handing it to me.
Yeah.
To whisper.
Yeah, and she just gives you like, "I'll keep that in mind."
And I'll go rejoin the party.
Okay.
Peace
What was
talks
the
seem
rest
to be
of-
underway.
What were the rest of you doing during that time?
Vibing. Hanging out. Waiting for
What
the
do
return
you-
of the key.
I'll say, I'm not there. Never mind.
what do you want to investigate the chest for? Any kind of like traps or see if
Investigation usually.
it's okay? Hey, rather ask than assume. Well, I got a nat
Yep.
20 at least.
Nice.
20
So it is
for 20.
It is locked. It is not trapped. Or no, it's not locked, actually. I'm sorry. Both you and Peg realize this. And when you open it, you find a potion of healing and 2 vials of antitoxin.
Okay. Okay. Should just drop them in her bag.
Yep. And we'll say as you guys are finishing up with that, so when it gets back, it's not a super long walk back or anything. And as you all look at this and gather, what would you all like to do? I will say none of you are particularly heavy. Like, yes, Atlas is big and has like heavy armor on him. I will also say, nah, Atlas has plate mail waiting for him. He's not going to loot the splint. Oh, I heard a thing somewhere.
Oh yeah, that's my computer. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. But otherwise, the goblins had normal stuff on them. Hobgoblins had chainmail. If anyone else wants it, I don't think anyone else uses heavy armor.
No.
You don't get any of the stuff Grenell had. Grenell still has it. But there were 3 long swords and 3 long bows. The goblins all had scimitars and short bows. Dern had a long sword. But yeah, you guys are standing here looking at this shaft that you were told is about 40
I've been
feet
muted. I just realized I've been muted and I've been like saying things like, why is no one responding to me? Syl suggested, Peg, do you want to fly down the shaft a bit and see if you can scout out a climbing path for us?
Yes, I can do that.
Sure. So you start flying down, Peg, and you do see the vines hold. It would probably be a DC 5 athletics to climb down for your friends. But you do see it is about 40 feet, which is, hopeful. In theory, yeah, that's a lot of damage if someone falls, but no one's probably going to just die from it more than likely if they do slip. But there seems to be a lot of paths to climb down. It seems pretty simple if you want to try and climb down.
Oh, I also, peace talks are going fairly well so far, it seems. A little bit contentious, but they're happening. And I got our key. Oh, and permission for us to wander the entire temple from the Kobold Queen.
Excellent.
Ooh.
So we're heading down.
So yeah, Peg can fly back up and report whatever she wants. But yeah, the vines, while white and gray and seemingly corrupted and not natural vines, obviously vines don't normally grow without sunlight. They seem strong and like they would hold. There is like a crack coming down, but like the light, yeah, but it doesn't penetrate all the way to like the bottom of the row. Yeah.
This level of growth.
Yeah, like it kind of illuminates in here a little bit. But it doesn't go that far down into the shaft.
Heard. All right. Well, no time like the present, right? And Syl's going to start trying to climb down.
Okay. I'm going to change our map.
Any chance I can make this an acrobat?
Most definitely. If you want to make it cool, you can do acrobatics and try and jump your way down. I'll say it's a little higher of a DC. Not crazy.
It's more than
We're
I have
talking
a
like a
-1
DC.
to athletics.
Yeah. Like it probably becomes like a DC 10 just because like you're hopping down, like you have more speed, but you either way wouldn't take like the full 40. You definitely are going to get some way down and it's still not hard.
Cool. I'll do an acrobatics then.
Otherwise, it's a athletics. If you all want to drag tokens onto the far left side of the map.
What map?
Wait, far left side.
I know it's black. That's because you guys don't have token. Wait, is it? Or did I not turn it off on this one?
I think you didn't turn it off because I just dragged my token on it. I can't see.
There we go. So you guys are over here in area 42, right in this circle. You see that if you guys can see where I'm pinging. This dotted circle, that's where the shaft comes down. And it's kind of at the bottom here. It's a pretty large cavern. So like, it's kind of just vines hanging for the last bit, but with your acrobatics, like you're able to like grab one and slide the last bit. Everyone else, if you want to just give me that DC 5 athletics as you climb down.
I hope I fall. Damn.
I was going to say. I do believe Atlas has the kind of athletics that, like, yeah, Atlas, even if he rolls a nat 1, beats a 5.
Does Peg need to
That's good, 'cause I
roll
think
even though
Atlas
I
she's
is the
can,
only
sleeping?
no,
person
you
who's
can
currently-
just fly down. That's fine.
Okay.
And I can drag you because I know you've been having issues with getting your token to work. So that's not a problem. I got you over here. Again, we're way on the left side of the map in area 42. So yeah. Did you tell me what you got? Oh yeah, you're good, Thea. Thea climbs down without issue. And we're gonna end as you all come out of come down these vines and through the shaft into an area where luminescent fungus sheds violet light, clinging to the walls and ceilings of this wide cavern. The air feels damp, chilly, and there's this deep odor of like loam and decay. A layer of earth mixed with rotting vegetation and the remains of cave animals covers the floor. Several varieties of mushrooms and fungi grow on the detritus, as well as a few saplings. You guys see a couple of robed skeletons tending a garden. And then you see 2 larger twig blights that turn to face you all. And as they give a call, the robed skeletons turn, holding up their shovels menacingly. And that's where we're going to end for today, guys. Thank you all for coming and spending your spooky day with us. We didn't get quite into the spooky stuff, but we're getting there for next week and next time. I've been your host, DM Don. Joining me, as always, we had Chip playing Silwyn, Shen playing Peg, Hooli playing Thea, and Randy playing Jaro. Hooli, do you want to do our sign out? Shout out any weekend shows going on and whatnot?
Yeah, we got a couple of things going on. We are back for Concentricity tomorrow. Saturday we have Chronicles of Aurelia, and then we're back on Monday. So hang out for a few minutes. We're going to raid over to our friends at Darling Creep Show, where they are doing Kids on Bikes Halloween special, and you can catch all of the information about what's happening on the channel in the outro video anyway. So stay classy, San Diego, and wherever else you're from, and all of that fun stuff. And we'll see everybody next time.